listen, look, I understand, okay? COVID, you're stuck at home, there's snacks everywhere. Winter, you know, you put on a little bit of extra weight, so you go on a low carb diet, right? You're like, I'm gonna cut the carbs, I'm gonna cut them, right? I'm gonna cut the sugar out, right? You get you some sugar-free drinks, and then all of a sudden it hits you, Brad, I want some pizza. I got you, I got you, I got you. Let me show you. Okay, listen, low carb pizza is as easy as making a pizza with a low carb tortilla. You got the La Banderitas and the Mission. These are kind of unexplored territory for me. I haven't tried them yet, so this is what we're gonna try today. This is my go-to. These guys right here, check it out. Net carbs, right? It's like 3 grams net carbs. What is it? Something. 4 grams net carbs. Boom, there we go, baby. So you got your sauce, pepperoni, mozzarella cheese, and of course, bacon bits. Well, these are real bacon bits. It would be better if you used bacon strips, but I'm lazy. So there's a few ways that you can actually do this. There's the griddle method, which I'm gonna be using. There's the oven method, and then there's the frying pan method. The griddle and the frying pan method are about the same. So the griddle works a little bit better. It's a little bit more efficient as far as how it heats. So I like this method the best because it gets the tortilla very crisp. It's like a nice thin crust. I'm actually going to be making a pizzadilla though, so you'll see how that goes down here. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to take your tortilla and you're going to lay it on the griddle. And you see my griddle's still preheating. I got a little bit of time before it gets too hot. Put my tortilla on there. I'm going to do 2 of them at the same time. So 2 tortillas. You got your sauce. Now you can use pretty much any tomato-based sauce. Just be wary of the carbs and the sugar that may be in them because that can affect your ketosis. This is actually Little Caesar's crazy sauce because this stuff is fire. So I'm gonna do a little bit on each one. Now the way I'm gonna do these, I'm not gonna go overboard with the sauce because there's a lot of other stuff that goes on here. With a pizzadilla, you don't really want it too saucy. So just kind of get it, spread it on there. You can always add a little more, but you can't really take off pizza sauce. I mean, I wish you can, but we're not gonna do that right now. So here's your pizza sauce in there, right? Nice, and spread it out. Same thing over here. I'll do a little bit more over here. Not a lot, just a little bit. I do typically like to kind of take the sauce out to the edges though. That way there's a little bit of sauce in every bite. Next step, and arguably one of the most important, you can use any kind of cheese that you really want to when you're making something like this, but I like the mozzarella cheese, and specific this one in particular, and I'll show you why. This cheese is really chunky, big pieces of cheese. So you put it on there, and it really melts great. It's not super fine shredded, and it just works out great. Now, I will say that you don't want to put too much cheese on here because a little bit of this cheese goes a long way. And remember, you're making kind of like a quesadilla. All right, so just, get your little bit of cheese on there. Spread it out. There's my son. He's coming to help Daddy. So you continue spreading out your cheese. Now, it's time for time. Now, as you can see here, the black stone is at 375 degrees. It's pretty much preheated. So at this point, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna throw our toppings on. Do these bacon bits, and you can add as many or as little as you want. It's up to you. You gotta figure out your macros and what fits good into your diet. And whatever works. Whatever works for you. I like to be generous with the meat because there's a lot of good fat and a lot of good protein in this stuff. This is mostly fat, there's not a lot of protein in it. But I'm gonna do another one that's chicken bacon ranch. And that is very nice because you got the chicken in there for the good protein. Now, like I was saying, pizzadillas, all right? So at some point we're gonna fold these. So I take my pepperonis, I lay them in there like so. Like I said, you put as many or as little as you want. You can do this with just sauce and cheese. You can do it with just cheese. If you want a cheese quesadilla, throw some mozzarella cheese on your tortilla, throw it in the frying pan, heat that bad boy up. A little bit more pepperoni on this one over here. Try not to burn yourself. It's always a risk when you're cooking. Make sure to pay attention to what you're doing. Eat 2 slices of pepperoni too. Delicious. All right, so I'm gonna kind of rotate these guys around here. Check my tortilla. So I'm getting some firmness, so I'm gonna go ahead, fold this guy over, and then press. Same with this one. Take it, fold it over, press. All right. And honestly, really, that's all there is to it, man. These are pizzadillas. I will say that if you put them in a pan, like a frying pan, throw you some butter in there, it'll get this tortilla nice and golden brown, and it'll add some really good flavor to the tortilla itself. But honestly, you don't really need a whole lot for these. I'm trying to flip this, but I'm failing at it. Yep, I failed at it. Real good. All right, I'm not gonna flip it anymore. Screw it. But yeah, pizzadillas, a delicious keto snack for when you really want Domino's.